Brownville's an interesting town. 1854 it all began. That goes back a day or two. I may look like I've been here since then, but not really. But it's unique. And I would say currently we build heavily upon arts in our community and history. We certainly welcome the shops and the businesses, the river front and the winery on the other end. But a lot of the things that take place in the course of the year center around arts and center around the theater, center just around what I would call historical moments. 1854, we were one of three towns on the same day that began. Brownville, Bellevue, and Plattsmouth. We all argue as to who started first, but we all began on that same day, and were incorporated as a town. We'd been in existence prior to that, as well as these other communities. Bellevue had an active mission called the Presbyterian Mission, and that was here much before some of our communities. But when it came to actually incorporating as a town, we all started on the same day. Richard Brown was the founder. He came from Hope County, Missouri, which is actually Oregon, Missouri, if you're familiar with this area. And he built the first log house right down here on the corner, and that building became the assembly place for any law and order that had to be taken care of. It became the center for education of little children. It became the center for religious services. I happen to be a pastor, and the little church I serve is the oldest church, not just of the Christian Church Fellowship, but it's the oldest church in Nebraska as far as an organized congregation. It started it was organized officially January 1855. So there's a lot of history around these 7 hills. And it's fun to try to uncover it. We're standing in a building. It's been restored by the Historical Society, but this is the exact size of where the first homestead in the state of Nebraska by Daniel Freeman, which is now a national monument in Beatrice. It's his land that they honor, but it all took place right here. And the signatures were signed here at midnight or right after midnight on January 1st, 1863. Abraham Lincoln brought the Homestead Act into being, and that changed the West, certainly changed America. People could get 160 acres. They had to stay on that land for 14 months. If so, it was theirs. Coming here was Daniel Freeman. He was a Union soldier stationed in St. Louis, rode a horse all the way, got his land, came over here, convinced the land agent to leave the dance and come down here on January 1st right after midnight and got the first homestead. And that's a pretty good feature for Nebraska. In fact, I don't know anymore. I don't watch it very much, but Jeopardy had that question on its national TV show. And guess what? Brownville was the answer.